Hi you all. Now I'm just trying to show my screen. I just pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Trying to get my video up.
How you doing, everyone? Good
It's
to
not
see you
working.
here.
Ah, there!
I could see you for a moment and then you're gone again, Liz.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. Oh, there I am. I just said to the technology gods, please be on my side tonight, because the last webinar that I ran did not go well at all. So it was a bit crazy, but tonight everything seems to be working. Maybe Francesca is my good luck charm.
Hello, everyone. Maybe.
I'm happy about that. So, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the first online business styling event. So I'm calling it more than just a webinar. It's not, you will have seen that when I'm promoting it, I'm not calling it a webinar, I'm calling it the Business Styling Online event, because what I want to do is actually take the networking that we do live and mimic that and take it online, so that we get to see each other twice a month. So we have an online event once a month and then a live event once a month. So welcome. Oh good, look at all the people coming, so exciting. Now I'll just go through basically it's just pretty much a business styling event. So hello, I'm your host Liz Campbell, the word stylist, and my nails match my necklace. How cute is that? Thank you so much for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. And I've got, look, you're wearing Aqua too, FM, and we've got Aqua
Yeah,
there.
we do.
My love heart.
We got some people saying hi to us already, Liz. We've got conversation going already in the question, yeah?
Hi. Yes, yeah. So we'll get any questions that you have, guys, just pop them into the question. Hello, hello. Hi, Liz. Hi, ladies. Oh, look at all of you. I can't stay. This webinar is being recorded.
Yes, I'm recording that right now.
Yes, the webinar is being recorded. Yeah, we're recording it. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Teal is calming. It is, isn't it? I'm feeling very calm tonight. So thank you, everybody, for coming. We've got a heap of people on here tonight. We had over 100 people RSVP, which is so cool. So I did a live cross just before, and one of my goals this year was to get 100 people to my first business styling event, which I thought was going to be, I wanted 100 RSVPs, my mistake, and I thought that was going to be my live event. But in actual fact, it turns out that my first business styling event for 2017 is my online event, and we did get 100 RSVPs. So thank you so much for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, we've still got more people coming in as well. So as I was saying before, this is Business Styling Brisbane. It's our very first online event. So if you have never been to a Business Styling Brisbane live event, this is what we stand for, and I always go through, this is like our creed, so I'm going to do it with our online as well, because it's actually really important that a group has a purpose and a meaning. This is ours. So we're motivated business owners who want to create a business and a life we love, and I'll just get you to write in the questions there if you agree with that, and if that is you, just put yes in. We want to take our businesses to the next level, whatever that means to you, and I'll always say something funny like I want to sing on stage with Taylor Swift or whatever. But yeah, it is, hey, yes, exactly. But whatever that means to you might very well be just getting enough money, like $50,000 a year or $60,000 a year, to live comfortably with your family. Or it might be to build a six-figure business, which is what we're talking to Francesca about tonight. She's going to share her 5 best marketing strategies on how to do that. Or it might be, you know, getting 100,000 followers on social media. Anything at all, whatever it means to you, that's what this group is all about. And we have a meetup group. So if you go into Meetup and find Business Styling Brisbane, you can join us. And we have a Facebook group as well called Business Styling. So we want to step up and create change. That's a big thing, right? So it's change within ourselves, change within our business, change within our lives, and of course change within the greater community, because we're not just here as business owners to, you know, make money and sell things to people. We're here to actually make a difference and have an impact on people's lives and businesses and in our communities. And then, of course, we want to face our fears and dream bigger. So last year I had a dream. This year I've got a different dream. Last year it was to run workshops, and I absolutely nailed that dream. This year my dream is to go to Italy and work from Italy for 3 months. So that's what I'm like, everything that I work towards now for the rest of the year until September will be going towards that dream. So we want to face our fears so that our dreams can always become a reality and we don't get in the way of ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is there a LinkedIn group? No, there's not a LinkedIn group yet, but don't worry, we are working on it. What other questions have I got in there? Lots. Oh, cool. Lots of yeses coming through about our creed. Love that. Okay, so who am I? Because I promoted this outside of the business styling group and outside of my contacts. So just if you don't know me, hi, I'm Liz Campbell. I call myself the word stylist, and I run a business called EC Writing Services, which is an online content writing agency. And now I also teach businesses how to blog. So I'm an author of the best-selling book, Wow Words on the Web. My second business book is with the editor, and it's about to come out in around April, so I'm really excited about that one. I've had a background in journalism for the last 16 years, so writing has been my absolute life and love, and I actually call it my one true love. I started writing when I was 4, when I penned my first book, and I was a published journo by the time I was 14. So I was a bit of a word nerd, but I absolutely love it. And I still write for a whole bunch of platforms, and now I teach my superstars who are in the International School of Wow Words how to actually get guest writing gigs as well, and how to write so that they can live the life they deserve.
How awesome.
So it is awesome. Hey, FM. Now, I just wanted to introduce that and myself, but really what we're here for tonight is to talk to Francesca Moi, and I call her FM, affectionately known as FM. And I want to share my story of how I actually met FM, because it's it's an interesting one, really. So we met a couple of years ago at a networking event, and it was the Gold Coast Business Expo run by Paula Brand, and Francesca was the MC and I was on the panel, and so she introduced the panel. So that was the first time I met her, but we didn't really have a great deal to do with each other, and that was in around May, Francesca, around May 2015? 2014?
I think so.
2015, so something like that, yeah. Yeah, so it was, because I just moved back from Cairns. So in August 2015, right? At the end of 2015, 2 crazy things happened in my life that changed the whole direction of my business, which was Time for Money, the online content writing agency, right? I didn't have a team or anything like I do now. The first one was that my great friend Clarissa, the Happy Family lawyer, she actually said to me, Liz, you need to run workshops. Like, why aren't you doing this yet? And I was like, I'm a little bit scared, you know, I don't think anybody would want to come and learn how to write. And she's like, don't give me that. You get into it and you start running workshops. And I'm like, what would I write? What would I run a workshop about? And she's like, how to blog. So I said, okay, cool. Within a couple of weeks, I went to a networking event and I met Francesca again. So it was Francesca's Empowering Events Christmas party. And I won a ticket to a half-day workshop on, lo and behold, how to run events, like how to run workshops and how to actually fill them and come up with the content and all of that. So then when I went into 2016, I was starting to then change the direction of my business and start to realise a new dream. And FM, it was all like started with you and Clarissa. So I kind of owe 2016 to you, I think.
Whoa, I like it. Well, I don't think you own it to me. You had all of that inside of you. I just showed you the path, the quick path to success.
So you were already very successful, Liz. I was very impressed with what you were doing. I just thought, you know, you need to monetize this even more by instead of work one-to-one in one-to-many, and you're smashing it. You're doing so well. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. So I could introduce Francesca and, tell you guys all about her. But FM, can you tell us, like, what's your story? Like, how did you get to where you are? Because I want to ask you in a moment about a really super cool month that you had. But what was it like? How did you get into business?
So it's fascinating because I grew up believing that I could not achieve much in my life because I didn't believe I was that smart. I didn't believe I had that, I was going to have that qualification because I really didn't like school. So I thought if I don't like school, I cannot go to university. If I don't go to university, there's no success for me in my history. So I can't do that. And then I came to Australia 8 years ago because one of my passion was traveling, and not just traveling, like visiting cities. It was more like living in countries. So I, I live in London, in Spain, in Greece. So I was loving like living the culture and learning how other people live. And so I thought, why not just check out how Australians live? And it was my dream since I was little to come to Australia. When I got here, I just saw these like big houses and like everything is big in Australia. you know, your
Yeah, it is.
your big things that you've got all in all the cities around Australia. I loved that when I traveled and found all these big pineapple and big emu and all that stuff. and
The big prawn, the big banana, the big
yeah,
sheep. Yeah,
that's
we
it.
don't mind big things.
I love it. So I fell in love with Australia, and not just with Australia. I actually fell in love with my now ex, and we were together for 5 years. And I truly believed for a while that he was the man of my life, and it was such a great journey to be able to be here with him. And then at one point we just both understand that we were not at the right time at the right place for each other. So we decided to go separate paths for a little while there. And I went back to Italy. And when I went back to Italy, my brother said, finally, you stop looking for your answers on the outside. You've been traveling all over the world. You've been changing cities. Every time you get bored, you change friends and you start all over again. Now it's time to look inside for what you want and what's your passion. And I was like, whatever, bro. That's easy for you because you're so talented. I am not like you. I don't have a passion. And he said, well, everyone has a passion. I was like, no. And I just couldn't see it, right? Until I listened, strange enough, because I don't really usually listen. And I went to this personal development course, and oh my God, Liz, I was sitting at the back ready to run away if they were not gonna make me dance or something like that. And
Ah,
I just had the best moment of my life when I went, oh my goodness, this is gold. Like I should have known this stuff when I was little, and everything would have been
mm,
different, right? And don't mind me, everything is perfect the way it is, and I love that I got to where I got. I'm very grateful for everything, but at the same time, I thought I need to help others to understand that they can and they can find the passion, and everyone has a passion. We just have to tap into it and find it. So that became my passion, finding other people's passion.
finding people's passion became your passion. That's so gorgeous. I actually didn't know that about you.
Yeah, that was my biggest passion because I knew there was something more into life. I just didn't know how to find it, and I didn't know of the existence of personal development. I can't believe I went on 30 years of my life without knowing that. And it's funnily enough, I always manifested everything I ever wanted, or everything I ever thought I could achieve, I always achieved. Everything I wanted
Mm,
to have, I always have. So I knew there was something more. I knew that if I really believed, I could have had more, but I just didn't know how. So then
mm.
I realized that life coaching, I want to become a life coach. So I did all these courses, and then I came back to Australia. And I came back to Australia in, now again, years and I'm not my strength. I think it was February 2014
Right.
or
Yeah, a few years ago.
15. No, 14, yeah. And I was scared, and I was by myself, and I was in Brisbane. I didn't know anyone here. And then I was going to networking events, and you know what it's like? It's so tough to get people to understand who you are, and you know, it's sort of like everyone is in ego, and they all have like this mask, and they're all trying to show you how good they are, and it's like sort of a ego fight, and it's so hard to get through people to just talk normal and not try to show them that you're better than them, because I didn't believe I was better than anyone else. I just wanted to tell people that my passion was life coaching. And I decided that stuff going to other people's events. I'm going to start my own events. I'm going to start my own networking events, right? And people come to me and they will assume that I'm famous and successful, and I don't have to prove anything to them.
And they're real, Francesca. They're a real event where people actually talk without their masks on. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes, yes. So I want an event where people genuinely come in the room because they want to meet each other, because they want to support, and they are sick of being sitting down behind the desk all day by themselves at home, and they just want to genuinely meet other people and genuinely make friends. And, you know, it's just surround yourself with people that believe we can do it, because come on, it's not that easy. Business is not easy. And when you do it all by yourself, you just drive yourself insane. So I wanted to create that support group, but of real people. So one of my things that I showed in my event from the beginning is this little, I actually don't know what animal it is, but it's like all cute, and it's stuck in a corner, and it's like that going, "Do not corner me," right?
The badger.
Yes. Yeah. And I've got that in the corner because I'm like, there's no cornering at my events, because that will make really not cool feeling. Yeah.
Wait. So Francesca has a meme, like a picture that she shows at her event of a badger going like, ah! So not a real badger.
No.
It's just a meme. Meaning like don't badger anybody, because that's not what this is about. Can I just ask you a quick question? You know how you were trying to create a support group? Did you think that sort of came more naturally to you because you were new to the country, relatively new, or new to Brisbane, with no family and not a great deal of like friends, not a huge circle of friends? So did you kind of want to create that within your networking groups, and then it kind of just really took off because it was so different? Is that how it came about?
Yes, actually it was, because I was going to networking events. I was going to networking events and like Tony Robbins seminars and all this sort of like personal development seminars. And then I was seeing that everyone would go to these seminars and be on a high of like, I'm going to achieve all this stuff. And then they will go home and everyone will go back into their lives and be miserable again and forget all about that course. And I was like, what's happening with you people? Like, we need to hang out together. We need to keep that vibe going. We need to, you know, if we hold it together, that energy will stay with us for a little bit longer. And so it just started a little bit selfishly also. Like, I generally didn't even know what I had to do to start a business. Like I'm not Australian, so I didn't know the rules. I didn't know about ABN, tax, and all that stuff. So I literally started to even hang out with other people and going, what do I do next?
That's actually quite a smart move to do that. That's one of the reasons I started business styling as well, because I wanted to learn how to do things that the guest speakers would talk about. So it's quite savvy, really, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is that people straight away will assume. People were coming to me after like 3 or 4 events, and they were asking me questions like about business, like, Francesca, how did you get so successful so soon? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I haven't even got a client yet. Right? I was like, why people are perceiving me as successful if I haven't even done anything yet, right? And then I just had a aha moment going, right, so all you need to do, all I need to teach people is to do the same, to just start their own community, and people will assume that you're famous, and eventually it will become true. So It's like a real shortcut. But the thing is that a lot of people are trying to do it by themselves, but it took me a whole year to get it right? It took me a whole year because people come to your event and then they stop and then nobody shows up, and then it's hard to maintain that momentum of people keep coming back to your events and not become old.
That's so true. So like keeping the events fresh as well. Yeah. So you have a super high profile on like social media anyhow, like, and within like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and around Australia, because you've been running events for how long? A couple of years.
3 years.
2 and a bit.
It will be 3 years in October.
Yeah, right. So not even 3 years yet.
Mm.
So what you guys may not know about Francesca is that she joined the International School of Wow Words. So that's my like word university, right?
Yeah.
Because she has a really awesome social media profile and she's everywhere, and like her group, what's your group's name?
Entrepreneurs
Facebook
Abundance
group?
Mindset.
Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset has 3,500 people in it. She's got 5,000 Facebook friends. She's on LinkedIn, Twitter. We'll get you on Google Plus if you're not already. Are you on Google Plus?
I don't know.
You need to be on Google Plus.
I know you told me.
And she wanted. So she kicks my butt about events, and I kick her butt about blogging and online content writing and websites. So she started blogging, and you've been having some cool successes. Like with LinkedIn, you write some great posts, you're getting good comments, with great opportunities. So tell me, like, do you honestly love writing or not?
That's a really good question. I do. I do and I don't. I do some days and I hate it. I hate it when I have to. When I have to write, I just go, oh. But then when I sit there and I'm on a roll, I just can't stop, and that's when the better stuff come out. I have to say I've really loved your workshop because of that. It was like you just sit there, you just write, and I was actually gonna tell you, can I come to all of them? Because every time I just keep writing. So right now at your workshop we wrote 8 to 12, or 1 minute, right? I don't remember. And my VA is still posting that, and she goes, boss, we got 2 left, and then you don't have any more left. I'm going, oh god, I need to start writing again. So it was so good.
25 February one. So Francesca is one of my superstars, right? So I actually work one-on-one with her, and I've written some content for her website, and we updated her about us on LinkedIn, a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
And so part of what we do at International School of Wow Words is have a 2-day writing workshop, which is what she's talking about, where we sit down and just commit the time to writing.
So good.
So, and what I say to the guys who are the superstars, that they get to come back for free. So come back every 3 months, and then you'll have enough content for the whole year.
Totally.
It's a good
no-brainer, because like you said, it's not about liking writing or not. It's about finding the moment in a day that you can sit down and concentrate enough to write as much and not get distracted from other millions of things. It just doesn't happen.
Annette Pogue. Hey Annette, she's coming to the April one. Yeah, so February's already out, April's booking out, and July's booking out.
When is it?
George says
workshop?
The next one is we've got to come to a half day first, but there are half days, that's the qualifier. Then the next 2 days, the 24th and the 25th of February, which Casey's asked. Yeah, next workshop, Casey, 24th, 25th. You've done half day, so you qualify. And George says you definitely don't want to corner a real badger. No, they're really dangerous, actually. Like, Francesca's meme is quite cute, but they're quite a dangerous territorial
really?
little critter. Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere near one in real life. That's very true. Thank you for the warning, George. Now, Francesca, talk to me about like, why are you actually wanting to blog this year? Like, what is it? What was it? I know that we are and business associates and all of that. And I love writing, and I will talk to you about writing until the cows come home. But Francesca doesn't love it as much as I love it. So
No.
what was the plan 2017 with the blogs?
So I know I love marketing, and I love studying people's brain, and I love to understand when people are ready to buy from us and when they're not. And I know I've read a lot of books. I study a lot of stuff about mindset and marketing, and I know that people need around 11 hours of content before they're ready to buy anything from us. So obviously I wrote a book, and to read my whole book it takes around 3 hours, and some people don't read it, all of it. So I just go, all right, so 3 hours of book, then they might join me in a couple of webinars here and there. So there's another couple of hours. That's not 11 hours. That's not enough. And writing little posts here and there on Facebook, they don't add up to that much time. So you go, how else can I get in front of these people without wasting too much of their time, without having to have an appointment with me like on a webinar or something like that, and at their own pace, at their own time, they can read about me, they can read my blogs, and obviously blogging is give you that chance to to reach as many more people, especially if someone follower you suggests to be a guest blogger in other big sites. That's it's a great smart way to get even more in front of people. So I'm all about being successful by being in front of people. So my number one thing is running your events so people can know and trust you and like you and get to know you. So blogging, I think, is just go hands in hands. Absolutely.
Yay, music to my ears. I love that answer. That's awesome. Now, probably enough talk about blogging, but I like to sort of understand where people are at with their marketing, and we are going to be talking about your 5 killer marketing strategies for 2017.
Yeah.
Which helped you bring in $70,000 one month, like 70,000, not 70. So I want to know that story. Like, first of all, how the hell did you feel when you saw that in your account?
So that's fascinating because I don't even think it was possible at that stage. Still, I was going, I really wanna. It's been like probably 5 months before that I was going for the 50 grand, and every month was like 35, 40, and I was like, oh, I need to reach that 50. And then I went on holiday, and when I came back from holiday, I was so scared that that people sort of forgot me, and I was gonna have to work 5 times harder. That I don't think is possible, and then what I was doing before, and I was so scared. And what happened is that on holiday something magic happened, and now everyone will love this bit because people go, all I need to do is go on holiday more often, and I say yes. I say yes because on holiday what I did is, number one thing, that obviously I was relaxed and I was having fun, and I was showing that online. And by showing that online to my tribe, to my followers, to people that have been watching me, they will in their head start to say to themselves, I want that. I want that lifestyle. I want what Francesca's got. I want to travel in Italy and be able to run a webinar, have 350 people joining the webinar. I want to, and that's one of your dreams, right? I want to go to in Italy for four weeks and come back and have a fully booked workshop. I want to, right? So all those things were happening to people's brain while I was actually having fun. And so when I came back, people knew that I didn't run a workshop for a whole 5 weeks. They attended my webinars, so they had more time to sort of go and check me out, I think. And in the quieter time when I wasn't selling as much, or when I wasn't active as much, but I was just dropping lifestyle bombs here and there, people probably had a chance to look me out, check me out, and that's how they came along to my half day workshop, and that's how October was the biggest month ever. But also
the big $1,000 month. It's so amazing. Congratulations. I know I've said it to you before, but it's amazing, guys. Like, if you want to aspire to making that sort of money, just say yes in the comments, because we're going to take some questions for Francesca after she's done her 5 best marketing strategies. So start to think about what you want to know from her, and then pop them in, because I'll go back. But it's just a feat. Like, when you first start out in business, and you're probably the same, Francesca, like you get 2 grand in your bank account and you go, hell yeah, it's awesome. I've got 2 grand in my bank account. Like someone paid their bill on time and I get $2,000 and now I get to pay my rent. So once you get to that sort of next level, it must just be like dream come true.
Yes, yes. It is really reassuring that all the hard work is paying off. And I always knew it was going to pay off, because I know that where I run my business from is really from my heart. Like I love, 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 love to see people come to my workshop and then run their first event and have 40, 30, 50, 20. It doesn't matter what the number is, but we're getting people now with 70, 80 people at the first event, and look at the smile in their face when they are speaking in front of that many people. It's like their dream come true. So I think that it all starts from a passion. It all starts from believing that what you're doing is your passion, and then it's impossible not to pay off. Impossible.
It's true. Well, there's a lot of yeses coming through to say yes, they want 70 grand, 70 grand, yes to 70,000 a month, thank you. Yes, it's amazing. Half day workshop is amazing. And there's one more, first event tomorrow. Suzanne's first event tomorrow. Oh, she's one of your clients as well. Good luck tomorrow, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Okay, so I reckon let's get in and let's start talking about your 5 tips.
Yes.
So we've got the first one.
So the first one is as simple as that, right? People come to me all the time. I was actually writing a blog, talking about blog, just before we did this webinar, because people tell me that all the time. Francesca, I've been wanting to run workshop forever, and I started to run workshop and nobody shows up. How do you do it? What's the difference? Why you and your clients get fully booked workshop? What is the secret? And the secret to run fully booked workshops, I actually these 5 tips that I'm going to give you right now. And number 1 is let go of the privacy of your personal profile. The personal profile in Facebook, it just has to be public and has to be open, and you have to accept as many friends as possible. And now here sometimes people go, oh, but what about the weirdos? What about people that stalk you? I do believe that nothing bad happened to me, so it just won't happen, first of all. But if it does, it will happen regardless. People can follow you from the car park if they want to follow you. So there's no, I don't see that as an issue, and I don't believe that we should concentrate any more of our energy in negative stuff in the world in general. So I would not put that, I don't really want to talk about it, because for me it doesn't exist. So it's just understanding that if you are friends with people on Facebook, you will pop up on their Facebook constantly every single time you post something, and your notification will go to them, and they will be able to tag you if they want to thank you. They will be able to tag you if they want you to go along to an event. They will be able to tag you to say that your event was amazing. They will be able to tag you if someone is looking for a blogger, right? So, oh my God, I need a tip about blogging. Can you help me, right? If I'm not friend with Liz on Facebook, I won't be able to tag her. So sorry, too bad to say, you're missing out. So it's about understanding that tagging people on Facebook, be able to have as many friends as possible on Facebook, is the number 1 basics of marketing. And I'm so disappointed with so many people that teach people or get paid to do Facebook ads, and they don't say this to people. You cannot run Facebook ads if you don't have many friends. It just doesn't work, because now why my Facebook ads work? Because I've got 5,000 friends in Facebook. I cannot accept any more friends, and every single time my 5,000 friends see an ad of me, they put a like, they put a comment, they just engage with it because they know me, they like me, they trust me. So that therefore all the new other people, they see all this movement in my ad and then go, what's happening? Who is this person that it's famous? I'm not famous. I just got my friends that they're loving it, right? So strategic marketing.
Famous. You're still famous. You've got a hell of a
I'm super famous. Well, if you look at me up now on Facebook, I actually got 38,000 people talking about me, and
Yeah,
I think you, Liz, got a really really similar number, even more
yeah,
maybe.
about the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's important. It's important to understand that letting people into your Facebook is a must. So I would say that your goal is whatever number it is now. You just write it down and just go. Okay, my goal is by the end of February 2017. So next month, I will have this nailed. I will have 500 people more than what I have right now. Just do it.
yeah. I don't even think I had 1,000 people when I started running the workshops and following your strategies. And now I've got 3,500 friends.
Really good.
So
Really
that's
good. So imagine, Liz, when you get to the point that people will try to friend you and a little window will come up and say, sorry, Liz Campbell reached a maximum number of friends, but you can follow her. People will go, oh my goodness, she's famous.
so then they follow you then. So that's how you end up getting like 10,000 followers on your personal Facebook.
Yes.
And you still come up in their feeds.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Tip number 1, make sure you get, up your friends. So
Yes.
have a goal and add 500 to it.
Yeah.
Tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is doing Facebook Lives. So there's no point to have a lot of friends if then you don't get them to know you, right? Give them a chance to get to know you. Give them a chance to see the insides of your life. Give them a chance to see what you do every day. Give them a chance to come for a walk every morning with you. Give them a chance to see every side of you, right? The business side of you, the family side of you, the friendship side of you, the motivational side of you, the downside of you. Those are the things that people will connect with once they see it and go, oh, remember when I watched that video about Liz swearing because there was an animal following her in the street, right? That was the beginning of when I met you, Liz, and I would never forget that video, right? You just you didn't swear, you just had a really small bad word.
Was it the lizards?
Yes.
Yeah, because they scared the out of me. I don't swear online.
Yes.
And I just said the S word. Well, I just don't agree with swearing online. But yeah, that's funny. Hey, I get a lot of comments about that.
All right, so that was like a moment that was such a natural moment that I would have only seen that if I was actually walking there with you, right? Which I was, because I was watching your Facebook Live and you're live, so you get this massive lizard trying to attack you. Anyone, while you're trying to talk to a machine, anyone would have screamed, right? And that was hilarious, and people remember those things, and people will connect with that, and they go, oh, she's human, right? She's scared of a little lizard, but that's funny, that's hilarious. So
it was big lizard.
It was little. I'm kidding. It was pretty big. I would have been scared as well. But that's the whole point. Is like people want to see that. That's the gossip. That's the behind the scene. That's the things that people want to see, and they will remember you for that, and they will ask you a question about it. They will have a conversation when they see you. They will feel close to you because they saw something that I would have only seen if I was right next to you, and I was, because of you let me in.
And there was actually no one else around except all the people that were on the video. So it was quite a unique sort of a thing to have happen. So funnily, like there was no one else around. So when I screamed, no one looked at me or anything, which was kind of strange.
Except probably 500 views on Facebook Live, but that doesn't matter.
That one got a huge amount of views. Crazy.
Yeah, if you're online, let us know if you watched that video back then. I bet that a lot of people that are watching now, they saw that.
At least it wasn't a badger, George says. Yes.
That's true.
David Gray, he did, I'm not sure if he's, David, are you in here? I'm not sure if he's on, but he did register. He comes to my events, and you know him too, Francesca. He often brings up that story. He's like, that was so funny. Like, he'll even write in messages, like comments and stuff, like funny, like the lizard story leads.
Yeah.
And it was one that stuck with people. And it's stuff that you can't make up, you guys. Like, it can either go one of two ways, good or bad.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's all good.
Yeah, and
But,
it's really good to have Facebook lives in sort of any moment. It's people love to be part of our lives. Our clients want to see. If you think about it, when you friend someone on Facebook, what's the first thing you do? You just go and check them out. You go and see the
yeah,
photos.
you so stalk them.
You stalk them
We've
because
got,
you want to see if you can trust them, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Tabitha's saying no, she hasn't seen the video, but she's going to check it out now. And then Rose is saying if you do want to be in the public face of your brand, what can you do for Facebook Lives? But Facebook Lives, it's fashion. I'm not sure if that's a question, Alta. Just let me know if that's a question for Francesca after she's finished these three, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
So tip number 3.
Yeah. So tip number 3 is Snapchat and Insta story. So Instagram and Snapchat are now a little bit similar in running this daily story that you can put together. Very simple. They're like different videos, 10-second videos that you can like do one in the morning, one a little bit morning tea, and then one at lunch, and that way people can watch this short 1-minute video about your day. And they work really well. I love Snapchat a little bit more because Snapchat allows you to download it, and then you can have that video uploaded on Facebook or any other social media, even Instagram. So I do that very often still, that I do a video on Snapchat, and then that way I can upload it on Instagram, Facebook, and things like that. Instead of, if you do a story on Instagram, that's the only platform that is going to be seeing it.
And you just did a story on Instagram just before you jumped on, before we were live, you guys.
Yes.
She did.
And I'm actually, I'm still doing it. Like as you ask me some question, every now and again, I just put it in here, and without even doing anything, I just press it, and I'm just talking, and people on Instagram will be able to see that there's something on, and they're going, what is it? And then we obviously will put the link to the recording, and that way they can sort of jump in and watch the replay as well, which is really cool. So say hi to Instagram people.
Hi.
Which is
so,
really cool.
Is the stories, the Instagram stories, are they the same as a live, a Facebook Live, or are they more like a Snapchat?
They're a little bit longer than a Snapchat. So Snapchat are only 10 seconds each. Instagram story, I think it goes around 15 seconds. But they're still they're not as alive because you can decide to delete it if you don't want to post it. Yeah, so it's sort of like a Snapchat video that then you upload. But now in Instagram, it's going to the whole new level. So obviously in your stories now, which is really powerful, if you are a people of influence, not everyone has the access yet. You can actually get people to swipe up to check out a link or something like that. So right here, I'll be like, swipe up to join the webinar or to watch a recording. And because I don't have that feature yet in my Instagram, I can't do it. But Snapchat story, why they're powerful, and Instagram stories, because again, it's another way to show people what you're doing and how you do it. And especially for us that we run workshops and events, people love to see the background, the backstage, and the preparation of it, the filling up the car with boxes, and then driving there, and then getting to the venue and going, oh my goodness, it's not ready, we're late. And people love to watch those things. Yeah,
They do. Well, it actually, you just don't really know what it's all about. Like, there's a lot of work goes into like the back end of an event, like that you just have no idea. Like, I had no idea. I honestly, before I met you and started working with you, I thought, this is how naive I was. I thought I'd put a post out on Facebook, get like 100 million people go, yeah, I want to come to her workshop. Then I would just swan into this workshop and deliver and swan out, and that was it. That's it. And it's until you actually do it, there's a lot more involved than that.
A lot more. And like you said, when you're doing it, it's like having a new business, and it is.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I basically started a new business last year because it's a completely different business model
Yeah.
than what I was doing prior. So Iris has just joined. She's like, oh my God, I'm finally here. Hi.
Hi, Iris.
Hi.
How are you? Iris is one of my
Um,
Mafians online. There is a few Mafians here watching, which
yeah,
is really good, and there's a few of your word stylists as well.
it is. It's really good. There's a question there too, which I'll come back to, Rosa. Don't worry, we'll get that one. You can expect at least an 8-week lead time for an event. So who's that one? Yeah, Jill, that's so true. Like Francesca, just with promoting the events, Jill's saying you need an
It
8-week lead
depends on
time. We
what,
might,
yeah, it depends on what
yeah,
event. So we can answer that a little bit more
come
later.
back. Maybe you can talk about promoting events.
Mhm, mhm.
If we've got some time. Okay, so tip number 4.
Tip number 4, it's about networking events. Now we understand that we all say you should go to networking events, and people go, yeah, but then it's a waste of time because I get all this business card and that what I do with them. So I give you a super tip, which is right there for you. And the goal of your networking event is not to talk to other people. Your goal of the networking event is to connect with one person only, which is the organizer. And often we don't want to go and speak to the organizer because they are full, they are full on that day, they're busy, and you don't want to disturb, and you don't know what to say because they are super successful, because they're running the event instead of you just attending. So all those things go through our head when we see an organizer, but at the end of the day, they are people, and we're all people. And yes, we run events that are pretty successful, but we're still happy to meet other people and to get people to know them, right? So your ultimate goal when you go to a networking event is not to talk to as many people as possible, but to actually connect with the people of influence in the room. And you just change this one tip, and it will change your whole business. It will change everything because it's about who you connect with. It's about making friends with people that count.
That's so true, actually. And you know what? It's the perception too. So people see you talking to the organizer
Yes.
and go, "Ooh, she knows the organizer. I need to know her or
Absolutely,
him."
absolutely. And that's one of the things that I say people of influence includes the crew, the friends of organizer, friends of the speaker, or every single person that at the event has a chance to speak to many people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it hands down beats giving out like 10 business cards for people that you can't even remember who they are by the time you get home.
Mm.
You've got another tip about that too, the Facebook tip. Tell us that tip when you're networking. Don't get business cards, you get friends with them on
Yeah,
Facebook.
well, that's a way to do your number one of my 5 points to have 500 friends on Facebook is not to give away your business card, but to actually connect friendship wise, like ask friendship to people that you meet at networking events, and that will it's the total other thing, right? So if you go to a networking event and you exchange business card, you will never remember that person again, you will never see them again, you will never connect with them again. But if you connect on Facebook, guess what? You're going to start straight away to go and check them out, to stalk them. You will see their photo, you will see their family, you will see what they do, you will see what they're about, they will see what they believe, they will see what they value, they will see their Facebook Live, and you start to either decide if you like them or not. And that's when it will go faster, and everything will be different. We got this lady here, Susan Rose. How do you know that there is, who are the people of influence in the room? That's a really good question, Susan. I would say that, the first thing obviously are the organizers and the speakers, and if you see anyone to talk to them. But the other thing is, if you see either myself or Liz in an event, we'll go to an event and people will come to us because they know us. So they will be like, oh, Francesca, is it you? Are you the meetup queen? I know you. And then all of a sudden I've got, 5, 6, 10 people that want to try to talk to me. So you sort of will see the people that got a little bit of a buzz around them. Yeah.
Yeah, and George is saying offer to do something for the organizer.
Yes, 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 yes. That's one of the things that I suggest is obviously think about what people need, not always try to get what you want out of people, just always give, give, give. So yeah, absolutely. That's a really good way, a shortcut to get the organizer to talk to you.
We've got some other questions there, but we'll press on and we'll come back to those.
Yes,
So tip number 5.
Guest speaking. So the ultimate goal of networking online and offline is to become the guest speaker. Because obviously when you are a guest speaker in an event, there is a webinar or there is a live event or is a podcast or a radio or anywhere, as soon as you being announced as a speaker, people assume that you are up here. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I realized when I was going out there networking, is that I wanted to be the organizer, so that would have been my first shortcut. And by being the organizer, eventually I will start to get speaking gigs, and so that's how I started the momentum. And that's how this year I was able to drop the events nearly completely. I still do for a year because I have fun, I love it. But I'm dropping all the other events. I don't do events every month anymore. I only do my workshop very often, and then I now speak. So I've got already 100 events booked in this year because of that's the ultimate goal. Yeah, I know. And your goal should be, for everyone else that is listening, that you don't have a following yet. Obviously, for you, Liz, is different. You should have a list for a month, which I'm sure you do already.
Yeah, I think I just about have a week.
I know. Some people, I'll just say, just aim for 1 or 2 a month to start with, and then the number can grow as your following grow, as your business grow.
Yeah, good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our 5, right? We've got 9 minutes. So I'll get you to answer some questions now.
Yes. So we got Susan. The first question that Susan did was, when is your next workshop, Liz? So there you go.
My next workshop, I'm all around the country actually in next month. So how about I just pop that in an email for you guys when I send the recordings and the slides and the free gifts that you get for being live tonight. I'll pop that in there for you. Is that okay? Just pop in the questions too if you want to know more, and especially about my workshop or Francesca's workshop, and we can get you some individual information.
Yeah.
So then, now Jill you can expect at least an 8-week lead time for an event. So that's talking promotion, Francesca. Do you just want to have a little quick chat about that?
Yeah, so obviously if a lot of people think that running events and promote events, you need a long time. I'd say that you need a big list. You don't need a long time, you need a big list. You need a big following. That's all you need. So I'm able to put an event together or a workshop together in 2 weeks, 3 weeks very easily. It's all about having a great following and a great foundation of people that actually interact with you and know the value that you have to offer.
That's good. That's a good question. That's a good question and a good answer.
Thank you.
Okay. Next one we've got, so this is one. If you don't want to be the public face of your brand, what can you do for Facebook Lives because it's so fashionable?
If you don't want to be the public face of your brand, so what's your business, Rosa? Just to understand how to answer this question, I probably would need to know what's your business, because why would you not want to be the public face of your brand? That's my question, and yeah, I need to know that because my target market, and that's what I teach, is to people that have a service-based business. I'd say that you need to just be your own brand. I need to know that before I can answer that question. Yeah. Sorry.
Just pop that in there. Okay, Susan. So when I'm the organizer, who do I talk to? When I'm the organizer.
Susan is one of my mafians, and she's often put funny questions in there. So she knows that if you are the organizer, people come to you, they flood to you. So don't worry about that. Just be the organizer, and everyone come talk to you. So don't worry about
that. How do you know that they are the only influential people in the room? So what if there are other influential people in the room
Well,
that just sort of?
obviously, the ultimate goal is to be the guest speaker, so then you get a chance to speak in front of everyone, and the right people will come to you. If there are influencers that are hiding, I don't know how influencer they are.
Yeah, that's a good point. Unless they're incognito, like
Oh.
those shoppers, those mystery shoppers, they might be a mystery networker.
A mystery person of influence.
Like if they're a person of influence, they would be drawing people to them because people
Yeah,
would know who they are. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Before our own event, should we? Oh, that's Susan again, being funny. Great, thanks. She's got that. Awesome. More on setting up an event, Francesca. They've asked more on setting up an event. That's Luke.
Look,
Setting up.
Look, I wrote a book called Bums on Seats, and it's divided in three areas, which is promote, prepare, and profit. And 80% of the book, oh, there you go. 80% of the book is about promotion, right? So a lot of the time people lose themselves in the logistic of running an event, but the logistic are not as important on the promotion. And obviously, the logistic will come as the numbers will come as well, but we were talking about it today, Liz. We ran a Christmas party last year. We had 150 people, and the logistic were literally got logic 2 weeks before the event. Before then, it was just like madly promote this thing to get it up and running, and then don't worry about the logistic. We'll make it work, and we did. We smashed it out of the park. But obviously next year.
That's the biggest that I've ever done.
Yeah. So obviously next year now we're going for 3 times the event size that we had this year. So obviously we will have to put a little bit more logistical time into it. But when you run events with like 100, 80 to 100 people or less, the logistics are really easy. They will come with it. It's all about promotion. It's all about promotion.
So maybe, Luke, grab the Bums on Seats book from Francesca, and you can get it from your website, Francesca, empoweringevents.com.au.
Yes.
And I'll pop that in the email too, since that's a pretty good question. Suzanne says, did you do any courses on guest speaking?
Yes, I did. I did a course in Italy before I even I started any meetup group, and I was really not good. I cried in front of the whole class because I was so shocking bad, and I think I just got used to it. You speak at the first meetup and you're a little bit and then the second one it gets a little bit better, and then the third one you just go, I don't even want to talk. And then the more you do it, the more it gets better, and yeah, it's all about building that strong confidence at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true. I haven't done any guest speaking courses, but you kind of like you pick up tips from other guest speakers that you see too, and if you watch Tony Robbins a lot, plus you've done some study with NLP as well. You've done other things, so you don't need to do a guest speaking course to be a good speaker.
No. There's some people that are like natural good storytellers, but I am part of PSA, Professional Speakers Australia, and I go there every year to the conference, and the amount of tips that I learn about guest speaking is really good. So I am passionate though about people, and I'm passionate about engaging. So for me, it's not a chore. I love learning this stuff.
Now we've still got a couple of questions, but we're at 1 minute, and I haven't even given the blogging tips yet. So are you guys happy to hang around for another sort of 10 minutes while we just answer these questions that are coming through? Because they're really good questions. Francesca, are you happy to hang around for another 10 or so minutes just while we get through them all?
Yeah, sure. I do have another call at 8:15, so I need to go by then. But yeah, let's go.
All right, let's wrap it up quickly then. So there's another one there. Can you speak from off camera and just show your work and progress live on Facebook? Oh, so you mean like not showing your face?
Who asking that?
George.
The whole point of connecting on a Facebook Live is to show them who you are and what you do and what you stand for, and get them used to you with makeup, without makeup. Obviously, you're George, you don't care about that. But what I'm saying is people want to see the rawness of who you are, and I don't know, is you can do Facebook Live without showing your face. You can do that, but every now and again you need to change around, and people want to see you and they want to know about you, and things like that. Yeah.
And then we've got, so do you talk about what you do? You talk about what you do
This guest
at the guest
speaking.
speak.
Yeah. So you not just talk about what you do. You just talk about your passion more than talk about what you do. So it's not about selling as such. It's more about, like I'm doing right now, giving tips and giving things to people as I'm passionate about it, and hopefully you get a lot of value from it, and you might learn some things that you want to put into place, and yeah. So in indirectly, I am telling you what I do, but I'm not here teaching you what I do. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So this is basically a guest speaking gig that you've got
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is. All right. Well, we might leave the questions there. Thank you so much. We had the questions. Thank you so much, Francesca. I wish I had like applause that we could go, woo, yeah, thank you so much. Just quickly, I wanted to give you some blogging tips because 2017 is going to be a massive year, and really, as you've heard from Francesca and me tonight, like blogging is one of the coolest things that you can do when it comes to raising your profile online, as well as what she's talked to us about. So these are my best 3 tips, and in each online event / webinar that we do for business styling, I'll give you some tips about writing. Things that I've learned. So have a plan. So know what you're writing about, right? So if you have a plan, you know what you're doing in January, you know what you're doing in February, you know what you're doing for each month of the year, and you can break that down into weeks, like we did Francesca at the 2-day. I think this was one of the best things that you loved about it, wasn't it? Having a plan.
Yeah, totally.
So you can sit down and go, right, in January, I'm writing about this. And you sit down and you write it, and it makes it really quick and easy. Number 2 point there is know the purpose of each post. So you can't just sit down. It's the same with any sort of marketing thing. So Francesca's talked about, showing people your life and your lifestyle through Facebook Live, right? That's the purpose of it. It's to have people aspire to be like you. So Francesca's followers aspire to go on holidays to Italy, right? Because they see her having a great fun time. That's the point. The whole point of the live is that. So you want to know the actual purpose of each post that you're writing. So is it to increase your subscribers? Is it to, get more leads? Is it to just raise your profile? Is it to build your tribe? What is it that you're actually putting this post together for? Last year, my strategy around my blogs and my purpose was to get bums on seats at my workshops because it was so new. So what I did was every call to action, which is my 3rd point, was something about, hey, if you want to learn how to blog, come to my workshop. This year, it's going to be that, but it'll be also tribe building. So I'll be like, if you want to come to my workshop, here's the link, but if you want to join my tribe, or I won't call it a tribe, I'll call it something else because everyone's using tribe. Come and join me over at my Facebook group or on my newsletter, right? So that's going to be my whole point of blogging. So I know my plan, I know what the purpose is, and I know that my call to action has to match my purpose. Does that make sense, you guys? Yeah. That's just a really, 3 blogging tips that anyone can do. So tonight, because we need to get Francesca off to her next one, I've got 1 more minute. Freebies. So the people that are on here live tonight actually get Francesca's Follow Me, Shut Up and Build Your Network ebook, which I'll pop into the email that I'm going to send with the slides and the recording. And I'm going to give you a free blogging template as well, just to make the whole writing process in 2017 a whole lot easier. I know, it's cool, hey, we've got some messages in there. So that is us, my friends. As I said, I'm going to do these regularly. So the next one is on February 20, and I'm not telling you the guest speaker yet, but she's pretty cool, and you're going to learn a lot from her as well. And that's it. Thank you so much. I wish we had that applause noise again.
Thank you so
I've
much.
had a great
I
time
have
here.
a quiz if you want.
Francesca,
I will
you've
take
had
a
a...
chance.
The buzzer is a think positive buzzer, so it would just tell us what's the thing of the day.
I am inspired.
There you go.
She's inspired, you guys. The first business styling online event was more than inspiring. Thank you so much, Francesca, for joining us.
Thank you for having
guys,
me.
Oh, no problem. Now, there's more questions in there, but she's got to go. She's a busy woman. She's famous. So go over to her Facebook group, Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset, and just throw your questions in there. Francesca, is that okay? Well, you'll answer them.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool. And you can always just Google her name.
Or
She'll
even
come up everywhere.
in your business styling, yeah.
You can do it in business styling as well. So the Facebook group is business
Anywhere.
styling. So they'll get answered. Whichever way, they'll get answered. So thank you so much, you guys. You've been amazing. I'll download all of this now and send it through to you tonight. Round of applause for Francesca. Thank you. You've been amazing too. If we were at a live business styling event, I'd give you a bottle of wine.
Oh, thank you. I'll drink it. Cheers.
See you later, guys.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.